Man United agenda. It is Tuesday. It is 9 o'clock. And on tonight's show, we'll have millionaire footballer cries at new club's first interview. Danny Welbeck might make a return. Did Eric Ten Hag sneak into Old Trafford yesterday? Onana asked for 25% raise. And then we talk about the whole debacle around Martinez and, of course, our new goalkeeper, Senne, the man. And what Jimmy Carragher had to say about him, the bleeding scouser. But I am joined by Mr. B and Yaba. Gentlemen, how are we?
Volume. I just want to say volume. I was thinking, oh God, international break. There's not really much to talk about, but you just headlined some great bullet points there. I'm really looking forward to this. And a couple of them, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, good one. Especially with the Ten Hag one. That really got me rolling earlier. So yeah, thanks, Treble.
I'm good. Tired. It's been a long day. A lot of things needed to be done, my football team wise. But yeah, it's been a long day. I'm looking forward to your little roundup, Rebel.
Absolutely. And just a big hello to Matty, Vincent Bullock, Luca Talks Dons, and of course our resident Liverpool troll, Bart. Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome. And Razzin Devil, of course. But, and I just say, I'm going to just bring that up. I'm not going to read it. You can see it there. But it is a dig at a certain scouser.
Yeah, we might start that one. When we talk about it later, we can pin that one up again.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Jamie. Talk about Jamie.
Yes, yeah. We are.
Jamie's magic
spit.
Well, yeah. I don't know what he said, but I'm looking forward to this now. This is getting exciting.
I'm going to start with this. We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to get the chat to ponder it until the end of the show. And that is that Manchester United explored deal conditions for the return of Danny Welbeck during the summer per Laurie Whitwell. And the rumour is that with Amron's blessing or the manager of the day's blessing, that they may return to do a deal for it in January. Just let us know your thoughts in the comments, and at the end we'll do a wrap up on this. I'm not going to ask the lads anything about it now. I'm saving it for the end of the show, but I want you to all ponder and think what you have to say about it. But let's hit the quicker stories first. First of all, Andre Onana. As we know, there is a clause in the players' contracts that if we do not qualify for Champions League, they get a pay cut. And rightly so. But Andre Onana had the brass ones to come back from pre-season, and he wanted a new contract. He said, "Please, sir, can I have some more? I want some more Wanga." And apparently, Ruben Amorim was like, "Sorry, what? You want more money?" I was trying to save some gold, but he didn't say that. I'm ad-libbing. But gentlemen, he's got a second and ask for 25%, doesn't he?
Wow. It's really shocking, isn't it? I mean, if you're going to ask for a new contract, you got to guarantee that, you're wanted by the club, you're performing, you're ticking all the boxes, But for him to turn up for a new contract while he's playing probably, I don't know if it's the poorest of his career, because I'm looking back at some of his old mistakes he made in the past. He's always seemed to make clangers and being a bit error prone, but it's a bit of a cheek, I believe. He should have just knuckled down and tried to improve rather than coming up and thinking he deserves a new contract or he should earn a new contract. That 25% cut was for everybody, I believe, wasn't it? For not qualifying for the Champions League. That's standard. You just have to accept it, don't you? These players have paid a fortune. I'm sure what he should do now is try and find a good investor, a bit like Louis Saha. I think he's made a lot of money out of football with the money he was earning when he was playing. And who's the guy? Who's the former Arsenal midfielder, French guy, who went on to become a billionaire, I believe. What's his name? What's the guy's name? Under Wenger. He played under Wenger. Yeah.
He used to play for Arsenal.
What
was his name?
Anyone in the comments? Flamini, yeah, that's it.
The one.
Flamini.
Well, who got
Yeah.
that right? Thank you, Bart.
Oh, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
So it's
done my
amazing,
head
isn't it? A lot of players, there's no reason these days why, with the money you're earning, you can't invest. Robbie Fowler done it with properties, didn't he? And you can't complain about 25% cut or like it's a bad thing. We are the working men. We're not getting what they earn a week. We earn a year. You know, it's ridiculous. And
Who earns a year?
Well, how much they earn a week? How much they earn in a week?
Most
Oh
of
my
them
God, I don't earn that. Wait, sorry, I'll take that back. Yeah, what I earn a year, they earn double, triple a week. It's even, yeah. So my advice to Onana is go and speak to Louis Saha, go and speak to Flamini, Flamini, or whatever his name is, and go and invest your money if you want to get that extra percentage, or put a bet on about you conceding goals like Bruce Grobbelaar did, because there's been fingers pointed at you, you know, that you've been doing some dodgy stuff as well. But yeah, it's ridiculous. Don't like to hear this. It's just a wind up. It's going to wind people up seeing things like that, especially from someone who's not performing and is getting edged out by a guy from the Belgium league who's just come in and is guaranteed to be first choice over him. Shame on you.
Your thought on this?
I can't see a damn thing. I can't see nothing of them.
Helen Keller would be a better shot stopper than that clown.
Yeah. Without a doubt. I'm very shocked. I'm gonna do this without swearing and without losing my mind. I'm very shocked at the fact that he had the cheek and the audacity to suggest that he should maybe not lose his wages, his 25% pay cut. But let's be honest, he single-handedly got us the whole team. Them man, they should be stoning him. He lost them bare money because he was shocking that season in the Champions League. We were up in games, we were cruising in quite a few, and then he does his normal Onana stuff. So for him to have the audacity, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Is that why he's not playing?
Well, I'd imagine, yeah, he's definitely not endeared himself to the gaffer, and I presume that's why Altay been the years after getting a shot at the belt. But
I did hear the fact that he came back the first day moaning about his hamstring, and then the second day it turned into a full-blown injury. That didn't help. I think that probably further pissed Amarin off with his whole attitude, because if you look at all the players who came back from pre-season, even down to Weetabix boy Luke Shaw, they look slimmer. They look like they didn't have any time off. Onana comes back with a haircut and a hamstring injury because he was bloody playing left wing in bloody Cameroon. You know what I mean? Let's get it twisted. He hasn't been professional, so him even suggesting a pay rise, I think they should sack him. I think they should just get rid of him for that. You know, is it going to be him in January? Is it going to be Baindir in January? You know, we know it's not going to be Heaton. It's going to be interesting which one of them goes, you know. And I mean, look, the Turkish window. When does the Turkish window close?
Yeah, either the end of this week or next week. I'm not sure of the exact date.
Who just bought Edison? Was it not Galatasaray?
Fenerbahce.
Galatasaray looking for a goalie?
They're still looking for a goalie, yeah. And Onana was on their hit list.
You never know. You never know.
Thank you, Bart. 12th of September. But I am going to do something because the gaffer will kill me if I don't. We are on the road to 4K. And when we get there, I'd always say at the start of the season, but look, we're generous people here on the Man United agenda. Once we get there, one of you will have the chance to get one of these jerseys, the home jersey, the away jersey, or that absolutely gorgeous third kit. Or if you're a little bit out there and has those of the columns, you might want the goalkeeper jersey, but I can't imagine there's too many of you that'll be looking for that one, to be honest with you. Sorry, Column. Not sorry. Or for the price of a couple of Freddos, you could sign up for £1 And when we reach that magic number of concurrent joiners or memberships, however you want to classify it, this signed, authenticated Robson jersey will be going to one of you. But look, we want to give them away. You just have to get us there. It's only £1. So come on in. But that brings me to a few comments here. Let's have a quick look. Saudi one also closes on the 13th. Vincent Bullock. Actually, who won the nobody yet. It's still up for grabs. We haven't reached the target number of memberships, so our joinerships.
By the way, it's Brian with a B-R-Y-A-N. I remember that, isn't it? It's spelled B-R-Y-A-N. I don't know why, but Brian, yeah.
There you go. Obviously, this is about Senior Bobo the Clown, aka Onana, about the lack of penalty saving capabilities.
Any saving capabilities. It's not just penalties. It's any saving capabilities.
Oh my days! Right, I'm going to go looking for something, but while I'm doing that, I'm just going to bring this up here. This is Monsignor Antony. He says, "Oh, what was me? What happened in Manchester? Only I know. I'm sorry. Training separately, that's part of life. I knew this moment would come. It's in the past. Oh, woe is me. I'm the tragic hero." I always been clear. My first choice was Betis or Betis. No other options. Every day I am very anxious. We found out I was coming. I talked to my mother and my sister, and they cried. And now I'm going to be a big dramatic baby, and I'm going to cry in front of you. Discuss.
I'm just so glad he's gone. I'm just so glad he's gone. I have no words. I have no unswear words. You've gone, man. Just, most of them go over there and kick a football. He's gone in there and cried like a pussy. Come on, man. Who cares? Who cares? Oh, you only wanted to go to Betis. Yeah, that's why the last part of it, you was begging for money. If you wanted to go, you would have gone at the beginning of the season. Bloody dickhead. Fuck off, man. Time for these wastes, man. I'm glad he's gone. Gonna go over there and flop. I want him to go over there and they sell him 50 million so we get even more money for him. We get the 50 half of it, but I don't have time. I don't have time for them waste, man, there, man. Not at all.
I just want to say this. Stephanie says the Oscar goes to Anthony. We deserve better. Says, "Oh my God, Rebel, you are awful, mimicking a man crying." Did anyone look? Come on, that was absolute brilliant. Performance there, Rebel. I was holding my mouth. I was thinking, no, you're not. No, you're not. You went all the way with that speech in tears. Just want to say this. Look, the man's always been emotional. We've seen that. We've seen times when he's been like on the touchline, ready to come on fuming. He got love. He got enough love when he went on loan. You felt it as a footballer. It's overwhelming, isn't it? Getting, going from somewhere where you're getting laughed at, suddenly you go to Spain for Betis, and they love you to bits. And you're doing bits like that, and it's giving them the confidence. And I expected that. It's like WWE. He's playing a role, isn't he? Putting himself over for the fans. He wants adoration. He wants to be loved, doesn't he? You can tell with Antony, he's that sort of player. So by doing that performance, winning the fans over, he's got them in the palm of his hands right now, hasn't he? And he's just gonna do his best to be a hero for them. He's sort of taken on that mantle now, hasn't he? As the baby face, the hero, and by that performance, crying his eyes out. Thanks, Rebel. Yeah. They were going to see how he performed there, but good luck to him. And it is funny, but yeah, fair play.
And speaking of things that are better value than Antony, there's a chocolate Brittle.
Oh dear.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why he's going over there and cried.
When do footballers cry? Give me an example if we've seen Gaza. Gaza cried.
Yeah, but he was a nut job though, man.
Yeah, but he missed the final, didn't he? He showed some tears. Can we call the other players crying?
It must be enough play. Who else has cried?
Cristiano Ronaldo, when he won the Euros, I believe, cried.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
I don't know crying players.
I can't think of any players crying actually. Yeah.
But there you go. See, especially when they're signing for the club that they wanted to sign for.
Yeah.
Right.
Quickly, before we just to try to throw out there, guys in the comments, I want you to name any Man United player who's got a biblical name. Okay, over the years. So any
Remy
player
Moses.
that's got a biblical name, someone from the Bible, whoever it would be, put them in the comments for the end of the show because I was thinking about that earlier.
I got one. I only know one.
Go on, throw it out there.
Remy Moses.
Yeah, Moses. There's one.
There's
There's one. But
And you can't say Gabriel Jesus for God's sake. Choose something else.
Man United players with biblical names.
Oh, Man United plays with biblical names.
Yeah, Man United played. Well, you were right with Remy Moses. Aiden Evan.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel and James. Yeah, I'll take that. But anyway, we'll leave that for the other. We got other things.
James who? Just James.
Dan James.
Daniel and James.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Gabriel.
Have you had any
Joseph?
Joseph? Have you had any Josephs playing for Man United?
Good one. Maybe we can search.
Joseph.
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw?
Yeah, Luke is a Luke. There's a Bible, New Testament, Luke.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Christian Eriksen. I'm not having Christian Eriksen.
Why?
Right.
You had Luke Shaw. Why can't you have Christian Eriksen?
It's Christian is a religion. It's not a biblical name from the Bible.
Yeah, they must have said, but still,
Well, this wins. This wins. I'm sorry.
What, heaven?
Yeah.
No, it's got to be a name from the Bible. Come on.
Heaven's reference.
Look at Joe Jordan. That's a good one. But it's not an actual name. That's a very good one. Yeah, very, very inventive.
Yeah, but I need to move on because...
Yeah, let's move on. Keep them coming though, guys. Keep them coming.
So, there's a few bits and pieces before I get into the meat. But this one's about Emiliano Martinez.
You're not going to say it crying. No one crying here, is there?
No, but apparently he felt jilted. Like the girl on the Tinder date that was stood up. He was waiting by his phone. He was waiting for Yabba to call, but there was nothing doing. The line was dead. There was nobody calling. And apparently now Villa have a very unhappy keeper. But the real crux of the issue, I think, is that the wages and the demand of transfer fee, Manchester United did not feel it was worth it. I suppose the only one thing I want to ask on this, because I want to move on to the main man, is do you feel sympathy for him?
For who?
For Emiliano Martinez.
I don't feel sympathy for any other players. I barely feel sympathy for players at my club. Why am I going to feel sympathy for Martinez? I did hear maybe the Sancho not wanting to go there permanently had something to do with him not coming. But, if he had the opportunity to come, he could have come earlier on in the season. He could have, made some suggestion. I know he had been linked with him all summer. I'm not going to say I wouldn't have taken Martinez. But like anything else, whoever you sign, you're going to love until they prove that they're as bad as Onana. So I'm hoping that how do you say his name? Lammens? Lammens. Yeah, hear that, yeah. He actually put a video. He actually put a video in the WhatsApp with him pronouncing his name. Lammens. So I don't want to hear Lemmens. I don't want to hear Lammens. Lammens. Yeah, Lammens. That's it. That's how he says his name, right?
To say, look, Martinez, I think, is a really top goalkeeper. He's ready to go now. 32 years old. I think it's a good decision by the club to turn him down based on wages because we can't be held to ransom. This is a good thing. We we like to see now, because in the
What
past,
was he asking? Every say same wages. What was he?
I'm not sure, but clearly quite a bit. It would have been an increase in what he's earning now, I imagine. Who knows? But just remember this: he's a top goalkeeper, but he's an Arsenal reject. They didn't want him. He's gone to Villa, proved himself, World Cup winner, made a fantastic save. He's a top goalkeeper now. But yeah, I'm not disappointed that we didn't get him. I would have liked him, but I'm glad we got someone who's younger, a good prospect, and hopefully, third time lucky, this would be the third keeper in a row. Who's, the other two were poor. Hopefully this one will be good, and we can invest in this guy who's on a lower wage and cheaper as well. So yeah, I don't feel sorry for him. What he should have done, if he really wanted to move, he should have started that talks early on once he knew there was interest, because I'm sure it's not just a case of deadline day we contacted him. There would have been contact way before this. And if he really wanted to push for a move, he should have done it earlier. So Villa would have had an opportunity to get someone else in. We could have got him in early, bedded him in, and got maybe even sold Onana or the other guy because of it. So he left it late. Where was it? Peter Ogawedi. What was the name? Peter
Odemwingie.
Yeah, do you remember that? Like lastminute.com, where he's sitting in his car waiting to. I can't remember the story, but
he was worse. He turned up at a club that he had no permission to be at. Right. Walked inside the entrance, and they were like saying, "Sorry, what are you doing here?"
Yeah,
and there was a whole kerfuffle about that.
Well, imagine Martinez turned up at Manchester United, rather than staying in the airport, thinking, "Oh God," and say, "Sorry, you can't come in."
But I am going to move along to the main subject matter. First of all, did Eric Ten Hag get a new job?
He does look like him, though, doesn't he?
It does. Or it could be Stuart Marshall. But yeah, who is that guy, by the way? Oh, his agent. It's his agent. He must be delighted. He looks like he's wearing those sort of old school football boots from the 1930s, isn't he?
Who? His agent?
No, the goalkeeper. I'm not gonna say his name. Yeah, he looks delighted. Look at that smile. They're delighted. But agent always gets a nice cut, doesn't he? And for him, he's come to Man United. He's come at a time where he's not going to be an understudy. He's going to be the main man, probably. So no wonder he's skinning his teeth like that. Well done to him. Great.
And we also know he's going to wear the number 31. So there you go. Now, we're into the main storyline. Jamie Carragher. We're going to talk about Jamie. So let's see what Jamie had to say for himself. He said, "I was expecting Emiliano Martinez to come in yesterday for Manchester United, just on the back of Unai Emery's interview before the game against Crystal Palace on Sunday night." He said to the Metro, "So I'm surprised that hasn't happened. The Belgian lad," he calls him, "is obviously a young keeper with great potential, and it just remains to be seen how long it will be before he goes into the team. I would imagine it would be pretty quickly given the form of the other two keepers at Manchester United. He's a young goalkeeper, and like we said, when Manchester United brought in a young striker, Benjamin Sesko, at the other end of the pitch, they will need time. That's just the nature of the beast, certainly as a goalkeeper as well. I think the thing with the manager now is how quickly he puts the young lad in, and I would imagine it would be pretty quickly. That is the nice part of it, but he then goes on in the later part of the article to say that he thinks Manchester United made a mistake."
Sorry, before we go any further, I've got to put this up on the screen. I'm sorry, I've never heard this saying before. Has anybody ever heard that before?
No.
Between shit and syphilis in the dictionary.
Sympathy.
All right. That's brilliant. I want to screenshot that. That is brilliant.
I've never heard that.
Respect your dad, man. That's a classic. That's actually classic. I love that.
Sorry, let me get it off. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I will, boy.
Oh dear, what's going on here?
What's going on here?
A screenshot.
A screenshot of a big belly laugh. But let's
Just
start
go to Jamie Carragher. Look, he's paid to make decisions and to speak his mind. You know, that's what he does. I will say this on Jamie Carragher. I never used to like him, especially after Spitgate when he spat at a fan. I thought he should have been out of football. Anyone else, I believe, would have been out of football, out of the game. You wouldn't see him on TV again. For some reason, he's favoured. Okay, I don't know why, but I've learned to accept him again. When I'm watching football, listening to their discussions on football, whatever, I've learned now to listen to him. He makes sense. I think he's getting advice. I don't think it's all him, because you can put out these tactics boards and talk about certain things, but you're given a script, aren't you, a lot of the time? But he's an ex-pro, and you have to respect him for that. But I also think I never thought he was that great a player. He's given his heroics of the Champions League final, but they went 3-0 down, and he was never a top player, in my opinion, in the era when there was Terry, Sol Campbell, Ledley King, Rio Ferdinand, all these great English defenders. So I always felt that he made himself who he is today, and people who weren't around to watch him play probably think, oh, he's a ledge, but he's not. I don't think he was that great a footballer. Great talker, yeah, great. I'm a Scouse, yeah. I'm a Liverpool man, yeah, all of that. But I didn't think he was a great footballer. But the way he got away to Spitgate, I thought, wow, he's got a special favours there, whatever he's doing there, to stay in football, stay on TV. But this comment here, similar to what Graham Souness would say, when it's a Liverpool man and he's talking about Man United, there's always going to be some kind of backlash to him, and there's always going to be a bit of spite in it. You're going to feel like, is he having a dig at us? Is he saying something negative? I don't think this is my point. I don't think there's anything wrong with what he said there. His build up to it was saying, yeah, he thought Emiliano Martinez was going to come by what was said on the Sunday in the game. He wasn't picked and all that kind of thing. That's nothing wrong with that. Then he went on to say that he's the young goalkeeper is not unproven, and he is. That's true. And he went on to make a decision and concluded that maybe Man United have made a mistake there. And I don't have any issue with that, because I think we all got question marks about this goalkeeper. Hopefully he does well, but I've got nothing wrong with what Jamie said, despite him being a Scouser and everything else. Once you read between the lines, I don't think there's any issue with that. And I'm not the biggest Jamie Carragher fan, by the way.
Mr. B, isn't this the same Jamie Carragher that said Lisandro Martinez was too small for the Premier League and would never succeed?
Well, he is too small for the Premier League, and for whatever reason, he hasn't succeeded, has he? He's been injured for the last 12 years. Carragher, he was, God bless him, he played in an era where we were slapping him up every week. You know what I mean? We were winning trophies, so this is his time now to get his little digs in. The fact that he's got Gary Neville as his sidekick there, who's who played for Man United, maybe that's more why he's doing it. A lot of the things he does say for sound bites. I will take anybody, I mean anybody, over the two goalkeepers that we have. So the fact that Lammens has come in, I'm over the moon. It could be jealousy. It's probably not, because Liverpool have just spent 755 million in this transfer window. But I hope he proves him wrong. I hope he proves that it wasn't a mistake. I hope they throw him straight in the Man City game. We've seen what we've got, and it's not good enough. There's a reason why you've gone out there and bought a goalkeeper. He can't do any worse. He cannot do any worse than the two-play goalkeepers that we've had. So I think he's a bit bitter. He's always it's not a bit bitter, he's bitter. He hates Man United. But some of it's right, but he just can't wait, can he? He'll talk about something else about Man United next week.
Very true. I just want to say hello to Josh King, Football Analysis. First time I've seen you on the comments, but I imagine you've been here before, hopefully. If not, welcome. Also, to be fair to...
Sorry, can you stop right there? There's a guy called Josh King who used to play for Man United, and he went on to play for another club as well. Remember him, Joshua King?
Yeah.
And then I saw Fulham. Is it Fulham the other day? they've got a player called Josh King again.
It's not his son, though, is it?
No,
Is that
but
what you
I
mean?
don't know.
Oh.
There's another Josh King or Jane King for
Josh
Fulham
King.
playing an attacking midfielder role. Bournemouth, is it? Who is it? I don't know. Yeah,
Young
he played
guy.
for Bournemouth. Yeah, our Joshua King, who came from Man United Academy, ended up at Bournemouth and became a good Premiership player. Then there's a player the other day, I swear it's for Fulham, called Josh King. He scored a goal. It was disallowed, wasn't it, against Chelsea? And I'm thinking, who's this guy? Another Josh King. And then now, third time around, big up Josh King, who's come on our channel, the football analysis. So Josh King everywhere, man. There's a lot of Josh Kings around. Welcome.
Yeah. He's saying that the only weakness that he really has is set pieces, and they'll 100% start being the year against City and Chelsea.
Stop, please. What set pieces are? Please just don't say in swinging corners.
Josh, feel free to reply in the comments, and we'll get it up there now shortly. But while you're doing that, there has been a bit of praise for our new goalkeeper. He's been nicknamed Baby Courtois and is expected to eventually succeed 33-year-old in the national team. In a video shared on social media, Rio Ferdinand has outlined the former Chelsea keeper's thoughts on his countryman. According to the Englishman, Courtois believes Lammens will not look out of place in the Premier League. Thibaut Courtois has given me a heads up on what he's like. He's said he's a huge talent, obviously not experienced yet, but he thinks his style is well suited to the Premier League, and he's big as well. The recommendation from probably one of the best three keepers in the world, Thibaut Courtois, I'll take that. Courtois spent 4 seasons with Chelsea before moving to the Bernabeu in 2018. So
he's not in the national squad, is he? Matt Sells is in the national squad. I didn't know Matt Sells was from Belgium.
That's it. There you go now.
Yeah, from Forest. So he's ahead of him. So yeah, he's 33. So maybe he is the future Belgium #1, maybe.
I think when we see it in England, don't you? When you go to a big club, it's more expected you'll be playing for the national team, especially for England. So when like Jack Grealish goes to Man City, he started playing for England until he wasn't playing for Man City. But it always seems that way. So for him coming to Man United, I think they'd be pushing for him to be Belgium #1 very soon.
There you are now. But I'm going to come down to the last bit of topics I have before we return to the question of Danny Welbeck at the end of the show. This is Lammens in his interview. He believes he's an all-round keeper, capable of affecting play with both his feet and his hands. I'm quite all-round. I take pride in that. Of course, you have to work on points that you can improve at everything. I like to play from the back, also with the team at my feet. I like to help the team with controlling the space behind the defence, helping my defenders. And of course, if you want to be a top goalkeeper at this level, you have to be a good shot stopper. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Onana. So I think I'm an all-round keeper. I can improve also, and I'm eager to start training and improving so that I can take the next step. He says he watched a lot of football growing up, and his inspirations in his career were fellow Belgian Thibaut Courtois and Manuel Neuer, the legendary German international who revolutionized the way modern goalkeepers play. He says that in last year he made 173 saves, more than any other keeper in Europe's major leagues. So
how much?
Which one?
You said he made 173 saves.
Yeah.
Who was he playing for?
Antwerp in the Belgian league.
Fucking hell. They ain't got no defenders. 173 saves.
Yeah.
Good grief.
He prevented 15.8 goals. He had 230 shots apparently conceded on him. The XG against him was 68. He had the most line exits, the most progressive passes, the most possessions won, and the most interceptions.
What's line exit? Is that when you come off your line? Is that a line exit? Yeah.
I will have to defer to people that analyze goalkeepers on that front.
I don't know what
I'm not
might
sure
be.
what that means. But
Might be.
that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Being
I
number
have
one.
no. I didn't understand half of it. I'm going to be honest. I didn't understand half of what Rebel just said to me.
Well, basically, he said he's an all-round goalkeeper. He can do everything well, and shot stopping. He said shot stopping is the main thing.
Yeah, I mean,
For
it needs
a
as a goalkeeper. It needs everybody talking. I mean, Donnarumma's gone to Man City, and the first thing people said is he's not good with his feet.
Yeah,
But you don't save the ball with your feet. You save the ball with your. All right, sometimes you do. To be fair, you do sometimes, but the majority of the time, I don't know. I think there's this fascination with goalies, becoming the 11th player on the pitch. There's a goalie for a reason because you can't play football. You know
I'll
what
tell
I
you
mean?
something. With the change of goalkeeping, modern day goalkeepers, and like I said, I've been playing in goal. I played in goal on Sunday, and I can't kick the ball that far. I haven't got the technique. It's a technique to do it. For a goalkeeper to kick the ball over the halfway line at distance, it's not about power. It's about the technique, and I haven't mastered that because I've never really had to do it. So I like to play short football at the back. But this team we were playing against the other day, they were pressing so well, I was scared to play it out to my defenders. So I had to get one of the big Francis to come back and take the goal kicks, and he could kick it to the halfway line.
So what does that mean? That you don't trust your team? You didn't set them up in the right formation?
I just felt that the team we were playing was young and enthusiastic, and they were really heavy on the press. And I felt if we would have played it out from the back, we would have been under pressure. So I thought, let's just kick it long every time. But you see what I'm saying? This is what we used to do. It's like, ooh, push it out. The crowd used to get excited about long kicks. But these days, as you know, with new keepers, people love playing out from the back. Football's changed a lot in that respect. So no more. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like playing a goal the other day. I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, I can't kick the ball far. That's part of being a goalkeeper. But it's actually not anymore. You don't have to. If you've got a good defense, you can pass it out to. So yeah, it's I won't be looking at that stat for him.
Absolutely right. We are going to come back to this. I started this at the start of the show. Danny Welbeck, would you welcome him back in January, Mr. B?
No. Why? We shouldn't have let him go in the first place. I still don't understand why they played the Wimbledon. He was part of that Wimbledon game where they got battered in it, and then after that, it's like he got rid of like half of the team. Van Gaal just went mad and said, "Right, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone." I don't think we should have sold him, but to be getting him back now, why? I don't understand. What would be the reason?
How old is he now, Rebel?
2 or 3.
Must be moving on to his mid-30s at this stage.
He must be 32 or 33 at least.
Do you remember there was a period? Because remember he went to Arsenal, didn't he? And he had some terrible injuries. He had a lot of problems with injuries. So it was really nice to see him having a good run and edging out places. Even like Evan Ferguson, he was seen as the next big thing at Brighton, edged him out. João Pedro was a great. You see him do what he's doing at Chelsea now. He was at Brighton. Welbeck was still playing. Welbeck's done really well. He's found himself a club. When you find yourself a good club where you're wanted and you're playing first team football, I don't think there's any reason for him to leave, and I wouldn't want him back. Maybe about 5-6 years ago, if he was still the man. But if he sells someone, 35, wow.
He's not a goalkeeper. Why are we?
Wow.
Who said this, Rebel? Who was this from?
Laurie Whitwell. The Athletic.
I can't even kind of say, oh, he's talking shit. He's that doesn't make any sense to me.
Where would he play? Would he be like, if he was to come back in the summer, if that happened, would he be our main striker down the middle? Is that what they're saying here?
My understanding was when we missed out on Liam Delap, the thought was not to spend big money on a striker, and that he was identified as the budget option.
And what's his goal tally like? I mean, I've never really been prolific, has he? But he does a lot of work down the channels. And when he was at Man United, he got England caps. I remember that. He did get England caps while playing for Man United back in the day. But yeah, I think he's had a really good career, to be fair to him. And it's like he's come to Brighton and he's really found himself again. So I'm really happy watching him play, watching him perform, except when he scored against us. But yeah, well, fair play. He's a top player, top pro.
And the other question that was asked in the chat How do you think Draco Malfoy would do at Chelsea?
Who?
AKA Garnacho.
Oh,
I what time is it? Yeah, I'm not going to cost too much. I actually don't give a shit. Chelsea sees Boyhill Club all of a sudden, and he wants to, he loved them when Eden Hazard played for them. Well, it's strange all of these things come out when you've signed for the club. It sounds like Robbie Keane. Yeah, that guy there. I don't. It's not even for himself and as a footballer, go out there and do the best he can do. But I don't even think he's gonna get much game time. To be fair, they got players ahead of him now. He ain't done nothing the whole of pre-season apart from get tattoos and kiss up his dog. So he's gonna be unfit. He's gonna be rusty. You probably won't see him. You probably won't see him in a game before. I mean, you might get the Coca-Cola Cup third round, but that'll be it. Forget about Champions League and forget about Premier League until at least November.
I disagree. I think he's going to do really well once he starts playing. Yeah, I think initially he's going to come off the bench, and once he gets his fitness up and establishes himself, I think with Chelsea, they're doing big things right now. Remember the World Club Championships champions as well, beating Paris. That amazed me, that result, the way they went about it. The only thing that's missing with Chelsea, I believe, is they don't have the experience, like a real aged player in the squad. Garnacho doesn't add to that at all. But I just think they've got a lot of youth. And when you've got all the players, around the same age, I think they get along. And I think there's a nice atmosphere he's building around there. So Garnacho coming into that sort of squad with all these younger players, everyone's sort of under 20, I think he's going to do really well. I think he's really direct. He gives them something different. You've got Neto's, drops the shoulder and cuts in. And then you've got Garnacho, and then you've got the guy, Modric, is it? Have they got rid of him, Modric?
No, he's on the dump bag. They couldn't do nothing.
So, but they can't release him or anything, but he's still there. He'll come back eventually. So, yeah, I think
he'll come back, and he'll still have 2 years. He's going to get a 4-year ban. He's going to come back and still have 2 years left on his Chelsea contract.
Wow. Just quickly, while we're on bans, what's happened to Pogba? Did he go to Monaco?
Yeah, he's at Monaco.
All right. So will he be? Oh, has anyone seen him play? Has he been playing or?
No idea. I haven't played with them. But ladies and gentlemen, we have been going on for 43 minutes. Please do hit that like, share, subscribe. When we hit 4K, one of you will get either a home, an away, or a third kit, Man United jersey, or if you're so inclined, a goalkeeper jersey with Onana on the back of it.
Just add, before we do shut, I did ask people, any Man United players who got a name from the Bible. We did have a few. Mr. B had the best one with Remy Moses. But Matthew, Mark, Paul, John, Mark Hughes, Matthew.
Ruben.
Who?
Ruben. Somebody had Ruben. Is Ruben in the Bible?
Yeah, Ruben's in the Bible. Who's Ruben?
Ruben Amorim.
Oh, my God, of course. Yeah. All right.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
there was quite a few. The first one that came... The first one that came into my head was Moses, but started to talk about Luke, and I'm thinking Luke. Oh yeah,
there's no Matthews played for Peter Davenport. I know.
No Matthews who played for who? Man United.
Man United.
Come on, think man. Of course there is.
Carragher.
Who?
Carragher.
Michael Carrick.
Michael Carrick.
Michael, yeah, Angel Michael, yeah. Angel.
Matthew.
Matthews, I'm sure there's no man. But Mark and Peter and Paul Parker, as well.
It was too much. That wasn't even a good one. That wasn't even a good one in the end, because people just came out with names. I came out with Moses thinking, there's only going to be a few, and it was like, I'm sure man have said about 100.
Yeah, Daniel and David, Luke. Yeah, all right. There you go. Well done, guys. I just wanted to see who reads their Bible, who had to dust off their Bible and open up again. But well done. God bless you all.
We have been the Man United agenda. I am going to leave you with this. And a very
after you reading up, crying, Antony. That was funny.
A very good night to you.
Glory, glory.